Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to another video on Modern Warships. I'm the Unknown, and today I'm going to be doing a detailed review of a new helicopter bundle that came out, and the leaks are confirmed. It is the Sky Reaper bundle. It is a legendary Japanese helicopter called the OH-2B Shurikan, and it is a drone helicopter. Now, just going off of looks, this is definitely one of the most different looking helicopters I've seen, and honestly, I think it's one of the best looking helicopters. It looks really cool, especially with that weird little tail rotor thing. Very, very futuristic, and it is for $35 USD, which is arguably expensive like the other bundles, but as opposed to spending 9,000 art coins on a bundle like the Strike Switch as an example, this is obviously a cheaper option, and I will stand by that. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and review it on the Musashi Aegis because it is a pay-to-win ship and this is a pay-to-win helicopter. So, the OH-2B Shurikan has 11,700 health with a speed of 96 knots, a maneuverability of 91.5, a view range of 9.2, an aerial visibility of 3.93, a surface visibility of 4.63, and an underwater visibility of 2.81. And we're going to go over each armament one by one in test mode now. So one thing I want to test right off the bat is the top speed of the helicopter, and it is a grand 640 knots. That is very fast. I want to see what is faster though, the CH-1, the Dragonfly, or the Hammerhead. But let's go ahead and test out its burst damage for the armaments here. So I'm very curious on how much damage this thing can do. Oh, damn. 128,000 damage. That's crazy. All right. Now I want to see if there's anything anti-sub. I already know there is. The cannon is anti-sub on this thing, which is something that I like. All right. So this missile here is an anti-air missile. This is an anti-sub cannon, and one thing I will say right off the bat is this is probably going to be one of the best anti-sub helicopters in the game, and that's because it's a cannon that's anti-sub, number one. Number two, that it's infinite ammo, so you have infinite anti-sub capabilities, as opposed to, like, say, the Z-18, where the torpedoes, sure, they do a lot of damage, but torpedo or subs can just flare them. So let's go see how much damage the cannon does against an underwater sub. So obviously it can crit 36,000 damage. I know that it can't do that all the time, but let's just see how much we can do for a second round. Yeah, 33k. Not bad. This helicopter has a lot going for it. Finally, the devs have given us a helicopter that has something special going for it, whereas the Hammerhead really had nothing but looks. Alright, so here I have the JS Tege equipped because I want to see the submarine's perspective on what this helicopter can do to a submarine. And the reason I'm using the Tege is because it is the most used submarine next to the 093 or the Belgorod. Like the 093, the Tege, and the Belgorod are probably the most used submarines in the game. So I'm going to test it on the Tege because it's the most toxic. Alright, and testing this, I have my good friend Flight Captain Seabed, who has the Charles de Gaulle, and he has two of these helicopters equipped, so 4 total on the Charles de Gaulle. So we're going to see what 4 of these things can do to the gay JST gay. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what 4 of these helicopters can do. I'm curious to see what it's like for the sub player to cry and seethe as their desperate attempts to try and kill a carrier fail. And as you can see, that health bar is draining. I mean, just look at the helicopters going to work. I mean, already a third of my health is gone. And considering that these things have infinite ammo, they're just going to keep eating at you. They're just going to keep shredding you. Like, look at that health. That is honestly very insane. And keep in mind, his damage is... this is the only thing that's attacking me as the helicopters. Look how much damage the thing is doing. It's honestly insane. Like, already, I'm almost dead. I'm literally trying to cling to life here. And there's nothing I can do about it. I can't flare nothing. I can't do anything. This thing is honestly very freaking toxic. It is disgustingly toxic, and that is what I love. I am going to buy a lot of these helicopters. Probably about 4 of them, just for this purpose, just to piss off sub players, because this right here is probably the most toxic anti-sub thing that I've seen today. And just look at the health get drained. And there it is. I am dead. And the only thing he ever attacked me with was the helicopter. That is honestly insane. Look at the damage, 400,000 damage. That is honestly insane. So, one thing worth mentioning is that the Tege is definitely a smaller and faster submarine. So, the helicopters, just like Seabed said, was that it has a harder time shooting the Tege. So, imagine you're using like the 093, or some idiot is using the Type 100 or the Donskoy or something. The helicopters are going to be able to attack those submarines a lot easier, and they'll die a lot quicker because all of the bullets are going to hit. So it all depends on like what submarine is being used for that time. But yeah, one thing that's just crazy to me, like unlimited anti-sub and unflareable anti-sub, that automatically makes its helicopter very good. Now, one thing I do want to test is which legendary helicopter is quicker. Already know the freaking Ka-50 is not one of them. So the the speed of this one is 96. It's faster than the Hammerhead. Um, It's still faster than the Mantis. It's faster than the Ka-50. It is not faster than the Dragonfly, and the CH-1 still reigns supreme. So as it stands right now, the Shurikan is the third fastest helicopter in the game. The CH-1 being the fastest, and the Dragonfly closing in on that second place spot. So, the question that y'all have been asking, is this helicopter worth it? And the answer is 100% worth it. This helicopter, I can tell you right now, when the devs decide they want to release this, months later or whatever in the market, this thing is going to go for a pretty penny. And it'll probably go for slightly more than the Dragonfly. And you can see the Dragonfly's up there. It is up there. But I think it's going to be more than the Dragonfly because the Dragonfly does have anti-sub. However, its anti-sub missiles are limited, whereas the anti-sub capability on the Shuriken is unlimited. And that's the most important thing right now is anti-sub, which is perfect. I didn't see if the missile here is anti-air, but I could find out and let you guys know in the comments below. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this helicopter in the comments. I want to know what you guys' feedback is. I want to know if y'all think it's worth it or not. I think it is. I think y'all should just buy these helicopters up because this thing is going to go for a pretty penny in the market. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this detailed review, and yeah, peace out.